Hey everybody, it's your boy LeBay Rome, the Disabled Fragrance Guy, and I'm back for another review. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already, please go down below, like and subscribe to the channel. You guys know your support means everything to me. Today I'm going to do a review on a fragrance that you may or may not have heard of. I found this fragrance on Instagram and I reached out to the company. I reached out to the perfumer Daniel Murphy, and this review is going to be on Daniel's fragrance Old Fashioned. This comes from Dstl Fragrances, and it is Old Fashioned. Now, Old Fashioned was born out of the chaos of 2020, and as we all know, 2020 was really chaotic. Like I said, the nose is Daniel Murphy. The notes of the fragrance are really simple note breakdown here: orange zest, oak, and vanilla spice. That's all you got. 3 notes. Simple composition. I like that. And Daniel wanted to recreate the act of sitting at a bar, ordering a drink, inhaling the magical aromas of that drink, being struck by a feeling of welcomeness and familiarity. This has an air of being in a place surrounded by people expressing joy and excitement, while also having an element of risk and danger and darkness and seduction. And if I could liken this to any place, I would say that this is a deeper, darker version of Cheers, perhaps. You know, they may want to know your name, but they also may want to know some other information about you that you may not want to give out. I don't know. We'll see. But let's see. This is my scent of the day today. I will spray it again on this sample card here for you. And what you're going to get from the jump is a very deep, dark, seductive, almost inky type of orange zest. And when I say inky, I don't mean like squid ink or anything like that. But I do get a vibe of maybe Encre Noir. If you are a fan of, or if you're familiar with Encre Noir, that's the kind of vibe I get from the opening of Old Fashioned. The orange zest, I have to say, is very realistic. It feels like I just peeled an orange and burnt the edge and put it in an old-fashioned drink, like they do in the bar setting. The oak is very welcome. It's very warm, and it's perfect for a cold winter's night. I mean, this is a fragrance that you have to wear exclusively in the fall and winter, because in the spring and summer it's just going to be too heavy for you. It's simple in its composition. I said before that there are 3 notes: orange zest, oak, and vanilla spice. It's simple in its composition because the drink is simple. Old Fashions are kind of like the earlier versions of cocktails in the 20s and 30s. They were simple in their composition because bartenders didn't really have much to go to, and so the simplistic composition of the fragrance and the simplistic composition of the drink in general, I believe, are matched very well together. Now, this automatically off the jump reminded me of a show that I absolutely loved, Mad Men, and Don Draper. And I could absolutely see Don Draper drinking an old fashioned, smoking a cigarette in a bar, just laughing and having a good time. That's exactly what old fashioned signals in my mind. Now, on to the versatility. And you guys know I love versatile fragrances. I love fragrances that I can pull for year round. Can I do that with old fashioned? The answer is no. I cannot pull for Old Fashioned in the spring or the summer. It's just too heavy. This is really concentrated perfume oil here. I think I would pass out if I wore this in the spring and summer, especially since it gets so hot and humid in the DC region. Yeah, definitely not a good fragrance to reach for in the spring and summer. So I do have to give it low marks on the versatility. However, on the performance, I have to give it the highest marks possible, 10 out of 10. This is a stunner in the performance department. 10 plus hours on my skin. It never became a skin scent whatsoever. And it was actually almost too long for me. which is kind of confusing because I do love long lasting, good performing fragrances, but Old Fashioned is such a strong libation fragrance, and it doesn't change much. There is no ebb and flow to this fragrance. What you get in the opening is what you're going to have at the closing. So I do have to give it a slight downgrade because of that. Even though it's a great performing fragrance, it's not versatile, and it doesn't take me on much of a journey while I'm wearing it. It stays in its lane. And so while I love fragrances that last a long time, I can't say that I love Old Fashioned lasting a long time, because I don't know if I want to smell like a drink for over 10 hours. And also, there are a limited number of places where I can wear this fragrance. I believe I can only wear it out at a happy hour or out at a dinner. I can't wear this in my office because I think my boss would pull me into her office with my union rep and try to start an intervention, because that's how realistic of a libation fragrance that Old Fashioned is. So it does get sort of a downgrade for the versatility and the overabundance of performance. However, is it a bad fragrance? It's not a bad fragrance at all. If you guys like whiskey, if you guys like libations, if you guys are into that scene, I believe Old Fashioned is definitely worth looking into. I want to thank Daniel Murphy. Daniel, thank you so much for the sample and the bottle of Old Fashioned. As you guys know, I'm going to say it again, all opinions are my own. I don't give favorable reviews just because I may get product in the mail, but I do want to thank Daniel for providing a sample and a bottle for my review. Daniel, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel, my vision. I truly do appreciate your efforts and your creativity behind Old Fashioned. Guys, I'm going to leave some info down below in the description. Like and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.